Hello guys, welcome back to the Simply Knives YouTube channel. Today I'm just gonna be going through, quite literally, not in detail at all, but essentially just the entirety of my collection, which now comprises 130 knives, if you count this little thing. So I will not be able to have a tripod based on how this is, but let me show you guys what I used as a tripod anyways. I literally just used this little cardboard box. Then I have my student loans thing, and I just cut a little notch in there and set my phone like right here, and it just kind of balances. So that is my tripod. It's funny because it's talking about my student loans. But yeah, we can't be using that for this video. Today we're going through every single knife that I have. I'm not going to be able to pause the video at all because, I mean, if I do, then I'll have to edit it together and then export it from that editing app. And this is obviously going to be a long video, and I don't want to download this video multiple times. So let's just kind of go through them. First up, we have the M-Tech pocket sword. Sort of like a very long stiletto. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing with this video. Here's just an example of a horrible knife. I guess it had a thumb stud at one point. Look at that. 2 screws in there, and it's just horrible. This knife's all chipped up and disgusting, horrible action. Yeah, we're starting off sort of like on the lower end here, and then as you move over to the other side of the table, stuff gets more expensive. So yes, lower end. You couldn't have lower end if you didn't have Ozark Trail. Who doesn't love a good $5 Walmart knife? Probably with really bad steel. But pretty solid and fun to have anyways. We'll start on this little bottom row here. I have stuff divided by brand, but a few of them I just don't really have many of the brand. I only have like 1 or 2. Just got this recently in a box, the Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops knife. Very, actually difficult to open and close. These knives are just not very good. This one, I don't like at all. Just doesn't open for me. I saw JB's video at Big Red ADC. His looked pretty good. I hate mine. We got a Remington. This thing shuts pretty far, but it just fires so easily that I feel like that's gonna open up in your pocket. This is from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Got some sort of a Gerber plunge lock assisted opening. It's okay. It's like 5 CR something steel. And all these knives, just horrible steel. I mean, it is what it is. We got this little Gerber thing. I don't know. Kind of a fun little frame lock, but hold up. As evidenced by that, it's just not great for one-handed use or anything like that. Yeah, and let's move up from here up. Here's my Sanrenmu's. This is SRM, it's their slip joint, which it looks really cool. Yeah, really cool, really thin. This was supposed to be like copper when I first got it, and it just immediately rubbed off the first day. But yeah, kind of a cool little slip joint. It is sharp. Pretty sure it's ACR 13 MOV. Here we got some of those Sanrenmu 7010s. I think they're both 7010s. They're basically Sebenza knockoffs. Like 15 bucks for those. They're actually pretty solid. And then here's my favorite SRM, the 9211, which just has a really good look to it. Kind of looks like a Spyderco Kikuchi if it was like a budget Benchmade crossover. I don't know, it's pretty cool. We'll move over to here. We got some Rough Riders. Really won't be able to open up these one-handed. But this one kind of looks like a straight razor. These are my two favorite Rough Riders. This one, my brother said, sort of looks like a Pirates of the Caribbean knife. See if I can open it real quick. Just open it halfway. Very nice upswept bow trapper. Looks good. We got the micarta work knife. Okay. The dog will not leave us alone. All right, Piper, come in, but please stop crying. Okay. Then we got my Don't Tread on Me Rough Rider and my Christmas edition Rough Rider. And then this little gimmick type thing. All right, moving up. Going into Kershaw, one of the best of all the sort of budget brands of all time. I'm just trying to get Piper to leave. Anyways, yeah, Kershaw, really great brand. I think they're, I mean, because you can get like really good Kershaws for like $15 to $20. And it said that their ACR13 MOV steel is pretty solid. This one's the hot wire. It's only $11, assisted opening. But it's just a really nice, you know, easy pocketable knife to have. So that's a good one. Here's another assisted opening Kershaw. They do that a lot with their more budget options. This is the Kershaw Kuro, $22 at Walmart. Pretty cool, you know, black Tanto serrated edge. Exactly what you might think a Walmart knife would be, but pretty solid knife. Then we got this Kershaw here. I think it was called the Passage. I think this one's really cool. Just stainless steel frame lock. But I feel like they just did some really cool things with it. With like that deep carry pocket clip. Assisted opening. It's just really neat. I'm not even going to begin to try to remember which CQC model this is. Might be 8 or 6 or something. I just know it's Kershaw Emerson Collab CQC. Here's a Kershaw Highball. Which I think is one of the best looking Kershaws. But mine has this really annoying mark right there, and I can't get it out. And the person before me tried to get it out with flits or whatever that is, and it just caused a smudge. Next we got some of my favorite Kershaws here. This is the Mini Copper Natrix. It's just a really good looking knife, you know. Gotta love that copper that you can give it a nice patina to. I think it's D2 steel. Here's its big brother, the Kershaw Bare Knuckle. This knife is really excellent. I mean, just the action is so phenomenal on it. It took me a while to get used to this one. You just really have to be mindful to not be touching that lock bar. If you're not, super easy. And just don't touch it, and then you should be good. Here's a really, really sweet option by Kershaw. This is my favorite of the Launch series. This is the Kershaw Launch 11. Man, look at that. Just looks really good. Love the sort of brass, bronzish looking pivot collar on there. Then we got a different Kershaw. This one is very special to me. It was a gift from my girlfriend for our 2-year anniversary. So, I mean, this one's incredibly comfortable. Probably one of the most ergonomically comfortable knives that I own. But I'm sure you knife nuts know that those special ones will always have a place for you in your heart. Just the way it is. Moving up, got Ganzo. Ganzo is also another really good for your money budget brand. They do steel designs though, but specifically these two. This is the FH series. These are not stolen designs, and they're actually the best quality ones, coincidentally. I don't even know what these two are. I just got them in a budget bundle. Pretty cool. This is the Kershaw 759. Somehow it's one of my most viewed videos. I don't know why. It did not do a good job of holding its edge. In fact, you can see, look at the damage done to that. We were cutting wire though, so give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure it'll sharpen up easily. Next, we have my two favorite Ganzos. This is the FH12, which is quite literally the most drop shot knife that I own. It just, you don't do anything. It just goes. Really good action. D2 stainless steel frame lock. It's a really good budget knife for like 25 bucks. And then this one is one of the first ones I got. Kershaw, no, sorry, Ganzo FH41. Not quite as drop shot, but perhaps even more smooth. It's just really nice. Also wicked sharp when you get it. Got a really nice generous sharpener's choil. Good ergonomics, good looks. That is one good budget knife. Moving on, we got QSP. This is also one of the very first knives I got, QSP Parrot. Didn't really realize how good of a knife it was when I first got it, but sort of as I progressed in the knife world, you know, this was one of my first ones. Definitely realized how good it actually is. It's got really good action, very smooth. Drop shot, not drop shot, but you can shake it shut super easily. Here is the, QSP Penguin. One of the best budget knives of the year. Really good overall. I mean, you guys have seen enough on this. It's just a good knife. Got the QSP work knife, or the worker. Pretty solid. And then my favorite QSP, we have the Hawk with Damascus and Verawood handles. I really like this Verawood. It sort of shimmers in the right light. Maybe not. Oh, I guess a little bit. But yeah, it'll sort of shimmer and change its colors. And this is just a beautiful knife. Love it. QSP Hawk Damascus. Yeah, that's amazing. I love it. Yeah, so far we've only covered like that much. It's already been 12 minutes. All right, here is some small random knives. This is Stat Gear. These are the Slingers. Pretty fun little stainless steel frame lock knives. They look really good. Nice 5th pocket carry. D2 steel. Good action. Definitely can't complain. Especially I got them at 20 bucks, and they Stat Gear just kind of regularly has random sales. Now, going through my entire collection, you're going to see that I did fall prey into getting some clones. So this is the first one. I got like a bean clone. I mean, I just think it's really cool. I just wanted to see what it was. It's like one of the first knives that I got. I was like, oh, it seems so cool. This is my only steel will at the moment. The Modus in D2. Probably one of the most ergonomically comfortable. Like, these two are just phenomenal with their ergonomics. It's got good action too. Steel Will Modus is definitely a solid knife. Opinels, they're not fidgetable, but you know these. I have a number 9 and a number 8 that I just got yesterday. I figured out, or I learned from the commenters, that the INOX stands for inoxydable, which is like inoxidable or unoxidizable, essentially in French. So that's what that is. Here we got the complete Honey Badger collection. One of the best overall budget knives in my opinion. 3 sizes. Here is the small, the medium. This one has a little bit of rust still. And then the large. These are all 8CR13 MOV, but they're all available in D2 as well. This one is the best choil because the choil on these ones can be a little sharp. And I do really like that worn cleaver blade, as they call it. All amazing action, super fidgetable, just phenomenal. Got another one of the best possible budget brands out there, CJRB, constantly putting out the heat. This is the small feldspar. I mean, I'm pretty sure like 4 of these were in my top 10 budget thumb studs. This is the large. This is a new one I just got in. Definitely impressing me so far. think it's called the Crag. Pretty sweet though. Sorry. Got the Centros, which was said to have been budget knife of the year of 2019 by some. I definitely see why. It's a really awesome knife with amazing action. My only problem with it is it's too easy to do that. Like it's just flung open. And then my favorite, my absolute budget knife of the year. Oh gosh, the CJRB Rhea. I'm definitely gonna get the upgraded version of this. It's just a matter of when, but it's so great. Okay, so we're moving up. We got a few random knives. Here's my pocket sword. This was in a different video. The Luzon Large by Cold Steel. Just an absolute beast of a knife. Really easy to operate and access. And it's just awesome. We got one of the starters of my whole entire journey. The Rat 2 in D2 steel. This thing looks sweet. I did notice that it has a little bit, it makes it look a lot worse when I'm doing it this way, but just a little bit of, like it doesn't actually, it feels like it's not actually moving, but you sort of hear that it has a little bit of play, which is frustrating. Buck 110, I think it's the Buck 110. 110 or 112 or whatever, I think it's the 110. This thing is a classic. Really excited to have one of these in my collection. Just an awesome knife. Not too much to say about it though. All right, so moving back down, got a K-Bar Dozier. Pretty sweet, nice little knife. Not too much to say about it yet. Sort of reminds me a little bit of the Rat. I like that tan with the black blade. I think it looks really nice. Got our K-Bar USMC knife. Go ahead and maybe not, since I'm one-handed. Maybe not right now, but you know what that one looks like. It's tried and true, well known. Let's go to CRKT. Got this little M16 in my collection. Got a squid. Really, really nice budget thumb stud. Got the Pilar Small. At first when I got this, I was like, damn, it's way too small. And then, I just accidentally hit that. Then after I got used to it, I just really started to appreciate the small size of it even more. And also when I flick it out, it's like this, and it's like I'm already in the perfect position. What steel does this have? I don't know. I don't think it has D2 though. I think that you can get D2 options, but I think mine might be ATR13. Got the CRKT Ruger, which I think is one of their best looking ones. I think it looks just awesome. But this jimping right here is just straight up uncomfortable. And it kind of gets like you need to get some Loctite in there for that one. We have this CRKT that I got recently, the Windage. And I wasn't like too hip on it when I first got it, but I mean, if we're being honest, like the actual like fit and finish and quality is pretty good on this guy. Really good action. Those ball bearings are nice. And I guess, yeah, I saw that this is supposed to be a pocket clip. I mean, I guess that can work. I just don't like it, but to each his own. Overall, like, the build quality is pretty solid. Got this CRKT CEO. One of my absolute favorite budget knives. I like how I don't know, it's one of those, it's just plastic. That there's like GFN, GRN, I don't know, there's all sorts of random things, and I just don't know what they are or what the difference is. So plastic handles, but they kind of have sort of like a refractive nature to them. So I kind of like that. Makes it look good, despite being plastic. Then we have our Smoking Knife Works exclusive M16, which is bigger, considerably. Good knife. And we got this little CRKT that we got, Scrub. Yeah, CRKT scrub. Pretty fun little knife. See if I can sheath it without messing up too much of the table. Just took a while to set up, by the way, and like organize everything. All right, so we're just gonna jump up, do this grouping here first. We got the Tangram gang, and really it's Tangram and Kizer. I believe it's same brand. This is the Tangram Santa Fe, one of my favorite knives. I really like that Japanese Akuto steel. Can get very super razor sharp. Here's the Kizer Velox 2, which just has a really beautiful blade shape. VG10, good steel, very stainless, good action. Looks pretty cool. It'd be better with a different handle, in my opinion. Then we got our little sheepdog collection. Who doesn't love a sheepdog? It's the mini sheepdog, the Going Gear exclusive with micarta. And then we got 2 of these micarta Blade HQ exclusive sheepdogs. We got the green micarta with a satin blade, and the natural micarta with a DLC blade. Yeah, this is just one of my overall just favorite knives. I really like it. It's just so cool. Love the acoustics of it. Very snappy, awesome, badass. I mean, look at that thing. It's awesome. I like the pocket lip on there too. It's just well done. Just the whole thing. All right. Moving on. What do we have left? We have Civivi, which is and one Wii knife. TwoSun. As you see, Civivi and TwoSun have started to dominate my collection as of late. You notice that that's more sort of like budget stuff. And then as my tastes sort of developed, this happened. So, Civivi, we got our 2 fractures, one with Tanto and one with drop point. Pretty solid. We got the Civivi Ortis, which has been dubbed this year as the best budget knife for your money. It is very light and very good. I just noticed that I never switched over the pocket clip, so it's on the wrong side right now. No big deal. Still comfortable. It's a really good knife. We got Backlash. This holds its own against any of the new Civivis still. It's just phenomenal. Maybe like the most buttery. No, second most buttery. This is the most buttery action. My goodness, it's amazing. Yeah, but the Backlash is awesome. This is the Chronic. Really awesome, classy looking knife. We got 2 Civivi Odiums. Oh my gosh. Looks like this one needs to be tightened a little bit. Really good knives though. Fun fidgetability factor. Oops. Yeah. And they look good and they're very comfortable. Good 5th pocket carry knives. We have everyone's fan favorite, the Elementum. I have a few Elementums. This one is absolutely the smoothest. It's just so nice. Feels so good to flip it out. Awesome knife. Got the Civivi Statera. This is still to this day the absolute smoothest Civivi that I own. It's so effortless, good looking, good ergos. It's just a really good knife. I wish that I got a version with the Black G10 and the Damascus steel, because the only problem with it is getting a little rust. I don't know if those are rust spots or what, but I don't really know what to do. Maybe I'll figure it out. But easily the best action of any Civivi. We got, let me pull this one out for you guys. The Civivi Rustic Gent. Pretty nice little knife. I had a rave review of it. Very good one. Let me put it back in. Yeah, the Rustic Gent's amazing. And then I guess, you know, I sort of ordered these like by brand, like I mostly tried to do it like, okay, the cheapest ones, and then I tried to put like my favorite ones on the right. So these are some of my favorite Civivis right here, that included. But I really like the Copper Dogma. I just feel like it looks incredible. Saw a few reviews that said it's definitely like sort of off balance. I guess I just don't really care that much. I just mostly love the way it looks. So that's a really big thing for me. We got the Chronic, very similar to the, no, this is the X-Arc, similar to the Chronic, but it does not have a clip point blade, which I think sort of matches the actual straightness of this knife a little better. Just looks really good. I do love front flippers, Civivi McKenna. One of the first front flippers actually the first front flipper knife that I ever had. It's really awesome. Then we got the S35 VN Elementum with natural G10 and black wash blade. This thing is sweet. Just a true all-time favorite of mine. One knife from We got the Banter, and I feel like it's totally acceptable to have your one knife from We be a Banter, because the Banter is pretty sweet. Sort of made waves, at least a little bit in the knife world. It's like the best knife for a non-knife person ever. I don't know. It's just really good. Okay, we're going to not do TwoSun yet. We'll do TwoSun last. Let's go to Ferrum Forge, almost like Civivi's American cousin at this point. They do a lot of collaborations. This is the Mini Archbishop, which I like this better. I like this one better than the Odium. 9CR18 MOV steel. I just feel like it has better action and looks cooler. Really nice knife. I love it. I carry it a lot. The Ferrum Forge Stinger, dubbed one of the best knives of the year by many. Definitely earned its spot. It's really beautiful, really comfortable. Just honestly a joy to carry. So definitely deserved that. Amazing knife. Then we got the Ferrum Forge Gent. This is also another one of my absolute favorite knives. S35 VN, carbon fiber scales. Came to me with this clip-on. So got a nice little deal for it. Really awesome knife. They all have good action. You know, similar to what you could expect from We and Civivi. We got Asher knives. This is the Asher Knives Nomad. S35 VN. Axis lock. Pretty fun to fidget with. It's incredibly smooth. It's kind of hard to get the action like dialed in, I guess. But in terms of like actual smoothness, amazing. And then the Asher Knives Silva is even better than that. This knife actually just kicks butt. Like, it's so good. S35 VN. Pretty classic titanium design. You can have your finger on the lock bar and it doesn't matter at all. It just still flies open. They just did that one really, really well. Okay. Here we got my Benchmade collection. There is 2 clones in here. I'll point that out. Here is a Griptilian. I've come to figure out that, you know, it holds well and it's a Benchmade and it's good, but I don't want the big one. I don't want serrations. I don't want it to be so loud when I'm opening it. So I actually don't like this particular, but I can't wait to get a mini grip and replace that. All right, let me get these out. Okay, so these are the Benchmade Tengu. Of course, this one is the fake. You see, it has no like white rim outline as the real one does, and that's because they didn't chamfer the edge. Real one is 20 CV steel. J. Ozer design. I think it's a really beautiful and elegant knife. Just, it's really good. This knife is awesome. And then here's a fake. The blade's different. Obviously the steel's crap. It's a lot less comfortable to use. They didn't, the little shield, like the indent there is so like ridiculously large. But I just wanted to, I mean, I'm curious, like, you can comment bad things about me, but I was just curious. Here is a fake out. Oops. This has aluminum scales from, I think, AliExpress. I mean, it's fake. You don't get any warranty. The steels aren't going to be good. Of course, buy a real thing and you're going to get a way better deal. But it's pretty cool anyways. Fun to fidget with. It actually came to me super sharp. It has gold aluminum scales. Like, that's pretty sweet. I just think it's really cool. Here's a real one. Got a real good deal on this guy. Probably just going to keep it, like, forever. I really like the bug out. Phenomenal knife. Yeah, it's really good. But my two favorite, well, actually, my favorites are the Tengu. Then followed up is the classic 940. Sort of reminds me of like Master Chief from Halo. Benchmades have really good fidgetability factor. This one has a bug out clip on it. I really like the anodized backspacer. And it just looks really cool. And they all have good action. And then the best Benchmade of all time, the Mini Crooked River. It just is so badass. It's just one of the coolest knives I've ever seen. Before I got a single one of these knives, I looked online. I was like, if I bought one knife, what would I get? And it would be this one. So this is a special knife. And I don't even know how good it was when I was deciding that. Okay, moving on to Spyderco. I do not have many yet. I want a Techno 2 eventually. This is the Bug. I'm not going to open it right now. It's just a tiny little knife. Pretty fun. Oh no. The Bug. Alright, then we got the Tenacious. Pretty good action. ACR 13 MOV steel. You can get it at Walmart for like $45. I got a good deal on mine. On the secondary. Just a pretty cool knife. Then we got the Akuchi, which is amazing. I really, really love this knife. I think it's the best looking Spyderco there is. And it's just really cool. And I think it has a nice elegance to it. Then we got this that I just got in the other day. The Knife Joy exclusive Spidey Chef. This thing is really sweet. I've been carrying it a lot since I got it. Yeah, it's an awesome knife. Spidey Chef. Freaking rocks. Alright, looks like we got Swiss Army knives, Quiet Carry, TwoSun. We got a few randoms right here. So we're going to do the randoms real quick. Just got a case knife. It's cool. Got a Protect Sprint. Definitely a very nice 5th pocket carry knife. Unfortunately, I don't really get to carry it very much. I want the version of this that doesn't have an inlay, but instead it has the rose gold coated blade with a pearl button. That would be freaking sweet. We got a Finch. This is my one and only, but it's also the best Finch out there in my opinion. It just looks really cool. Very nice knife. Gotta love that Coca-Cola wood, that classic design. I mean, even the name appeals to me, like the Model 1929. It's just so cool. I freaking love the Finch. It's amazing. This is another clone. Shoot me. I didn't buy it new. The clones that I get are usually just, like I get them, someone else already bought them. So it's less bad, I feel like, right? Who knows? This is a Hilberg Norseman. It's cool. That's about all I have to say about it. Cool knife. But say no to clones. I will be the one who falls prey to the clones so that you don't have to. And I'll actually do a review of the Hillbrig because I looked for like multiple days and never found a single video about a Hillbrig Norseman. Okay, Quiet Carry, perhaps one of my favorite companies out there right now. This is the Quiet Carry, the Chase is what it's called. This one has LC200N steel, which makes it stainless, like completely rust proof. Has really good action. Looks good. This was a pink one that was dyed black, so it's not perfect. It does sort of, you can get it to rub against this side here, which is annoying because it makes it a lot more harder to spuddy flick because you're pushing it against it. But you can spuddy flick it with your other hand just fine. Pretty smooth, good action. We have my favorite looking Quiet Carry, the IQ. These are so gorgeous. Such a gorgeous knife. Like, oh my goodness. Not my favorite Quiet Carry. You know what my favorite is. You already know. But this is my favorite looking Quiet Carry. They just look so good. Yes, I freaking love them. There's the modded one. And then here's a all black carbon fiber one. Pretty hard to get. And then, yes, the Quiet Carry Waypoint. Definitely, the action is like already improved drastically within having it just like a few days. This knife is like near and dear to my heart. And just knowing that it's like the most expensive knife that I possibly have makes it that much cooler, I guess. Yes, the Waypoint is amazing. No one was lying to you about that knife. Okay, got this Alox, Swiss Army knife Alox Pioneer, which is an awesome knife. I'm not going to be opening up the stuff, but it has a blade, a bottle opener, can opener, scissors, and like this little stabby pick thing that you can like poke things with. I really like the Alox Swiss Army knives. I just think they look really good. This is an absolute treasure to me. This is the Curly Koa Wood Swiss Army knife that I have. The perfect companion. You can open up bottles of wine. You can sew things with the piercing awl or whatever. You have a long blade, a short blade, a bottle opener for, you know, if you need to open up a bottle, right? A can opener. Yeah, 2 blades on this, so that's pretty cool. But it's just so beautiful. It's such a work of art to have Hawaiian curly koa wood on a Swiss Army knife. Might have to get another one of those in the future. We'll see. Oh my gosh. We went through so many. Now we still have all the TwoSuns. We're going to go fast. TwoSun TS116 M390 steel. Pretty hard to get. I was able to get mine for like $91 after shipping and tax on eBay, which is a good price to get it for that price. These are all ordered by number, by the way, so that took a while. This is a TS20 D2 steel. Really like the scales on this thing. Look at that. Gorgeous. Easy to close. Any TwoSun with this pocket clip sucks balls. It's horrible. Okay, moving on. TwoSun 21. Good action. Good look. Kind of cool that they're using these instead of like this like pivot and that piece there. It's kind of cool that they're using that instead of like the Torx bits, but it will make it, I guess, a little bit more difficult to take apart and stuff. Good action, looks good. D2 steel, awesome. TwoSun is just like pretty good quality across the board, but they always have like random fit and finish issues that are annoying as heck. Like having this dumb pocket clip that like stabs the heck out of your hand. This is the TS27 in black G10, and then here's the same knife in micarta. Very nice. Here's the TS35 Fire Ant. Really fun to just have like a tiny knife like this. M390 titanium frame lock. Like, yes, please. Very cool 5th pocket carry knife. This is one of the best TwoSuns in action, in ergonomics, in fidgetability. It's just really, really good. The TS49, they did it super, super well. This one's in D2 steel. They have an upgraded version out on eBay at the moment. This is the TS51, which I think looks so good. Like, it looks amazing. Like, I really love this profile. Sort of similar to like a Spidey Chef, where you can get like some nice rolling cuts on there. You can also choke up on it. D2 steel though, so would not make a good kitchen knife. My hands are getting sweaty now, so. There we go. Okay. This one is also extremely, extremely false shut. But it has like this flipper. And if it goes past it, then it can like slam into your fingernail pretty hard. But cool knife. I just wish it was a little bit easier to open and that they fixed its closing a little bit. This is the TS56, I think, in titanium specifically. Kind of hard to close, kind of clunky all around. I saw this in a different video. But look how freaking close the blade is there. That's stupid. My goodness. Yeah, really dumb. Clunky design, sort of looks like it could be like from a video game. But it is still cool at the same time. It just has some like really basic things with it that are just dumb. Like having the blade that close to the back. It's, I don't know, interesting. TS66. This is the G10 version. They also have a titanium integral version, which looks really good. This is a good all-around knife, really good action. No complaints with opening or closing. When you're closing it, you actually get past the detent, so you don't have to do anything. You can just shake it and it'll shut, which please do that with all your knives too, son. It's so much better. TS67, one of my absolute favorite TwoSuns. I just love the design. Flamed titanium. They call this the Shinobi. It's so cool. And then listen to this. Let me put that close to the speaker. It's like a tuning fork almost. I measured it out. It's like just ever so slightly above C. Like the C, not middle C. 1 octave up and then just slightly sharp. I looked it up on my piano. Well, I didn't look it up. I just brought it over. TS71. Cool looking design. I like it. Very good design flow here. The tip is hilarious. It's just like a big block. So I think that's funny. Not piercing at all, but it's a cool knife. TS81. This is another one of those TwoSuns where it's just like, man, it might not be my favorite design, but this one is like special in how it actually operates. It's like they just didn't do like the stupid fit and finish things that they do in other ones. Same with this one, the TS103. It's just, you know, it's just really good. It's not my favorite design. It's not bad though. And the operation of it, like, whew, it just rockets out. It's so good, comfortable, easy to operate. Here is the TS118 Max Kachuk design. Looks really good. Smooth operation, kind of nice acoustics. Yeah, that's a good knife. This is the TS138, perhaps my favorite TwoSun at the moment. Just really good overall. You need a really good grip. I feel like it'd be a fantastic worker's knife. And it's pretty badass at the same time. This is the TS158. One of the better small TwoSun options. I just like small knives. This is a good one, M390 steel. And you can get a good deal on it on eBay. Looks really good. I love the blade shape. And then this TwoSun is probably, you know, I was talking about the TS49, the 81, and this one, the 224. Man, this thing is comfortable. And it's so easy to operate. like when you close it, it actually gets past the detent. You can just shake it shut. Pretty good action. Access to the lock bar is phenomenal. Really nice chamfered, super comfortable to close. It's not difficult. Like, it's just, like, please do that with every knife. It's just really good. TwoSun TS27. Looks really cool. Looks kind of like a dragon tooth. Closing it is annoying. Let's see, look at the dumb detent. It just pulls it back up. Like, are you kidding me? That's so annoying. And I guess, you know, all you have to do is move it with your finger. But I want it to, like, once it's at that point, to, like, just do that, like, every time. This has amazing fall shut action if you can get it past this detent. And then the TwoSun TS263. Last one of the day. Night morning design. Really cool. 14C28N. Really neat looking knife. Problem with this one, these things absolutely shred your thumb. Like, how are you gonna have so many things on this knife be so, like, awesome and perfect, and then you just don't chamfer your edges? Like, a lot of TwoSuns have that, where, like, somewhere on the blade there's just an edge. Not this one, they actually chamfered this one, but there's always, like, a random edge that's just, like, sharp as hell, and it's annoying. Okay. Now, if you were counting, that was, if you include this one, that was 129 knives. So you're thinking, wow, what a liar. No, I'm not. There's this one here. I still have it. I still have to sell it to Jason if he wants that. I was just trying to figure out, like, how am I supposed to, like, ship this? Like, should I just open it? I don't know. And now we're moving on to the portion of other random miscellaneous gear that I have at this point. I got a knife roll. This one's really bad. I got it off Amazon for like $10. And when it's hanging, it, like, I don't know, like, it goes like this as it's hanging. It just looks really bad. Not very good. I got this little leather valet tray. Pretty sweet. Got this Lansky rod sharpening system. It's worked relatively well for me. I mean, I have not had that much success with sharpening knives, unfortunately. Here's a little $4 China wallet. You can put your cards in this slot. Just go like that, and it'll pop them up. Let's see. I got a second one because they're so, like, convenient and kind of cool. Look at that. Super easy. And then on the inside, got a slot there, got a slot here. And, sorry, you even have little cash slot. So pretty sweet. Little $4 wallet. You can get them on AliExpress. Got this Illuminade lantern. I'm not going to blow it up, but gets some good brightness on there. Very nice. That was new. Still have this wild card thing. Didn't get rid of that yet. Here's one of the very first things that I ever had. It's like a... yeah. Basically, you just fold it like this, and then you have a little knife, and kind of fits in your wallet. They're so flimsy, and now I just actually carry a knife, so I would never need something like this. But it's kind of like a fun, if it's an emergency, you'll have some sort of a sharp steel edge. So pretty cool. This one's better than this. This you can get like a pack of 10 on Amazon for like $1 each, so like $8 for 10. So that's kind of cool. Someone gave me this for free. Very nice and generous. I have this as my oil, Hops 9 lubricating oil. And then I got 2 flashlights. This one was from they're both from Going Gear. This is the LD70 Mini. What was the brand? Oh, Immolent. Yeah, it's wicked bright. Goes to 4,000 lumens. Then we got this Olight Warrior Mini. Also very bright. Goes to 1,500 lumens. And then here is my ever so precious bit set. My Weeha and I don't know what the other brand is, but it's like a crossover type thing. Really cool packaging. Got the bit driver here. And then all the bits that you could possibly need. Although I mostly just use 6 and 8 Torx. But I'm gonna have to maybe disassemble my laptop because that stopped working. And supposedly this is good for like tech stuff. This is awesome. Really like this bit set. Okay, that's everything, guys. This is all 130 knives. I will probably do a secondary video, maybe like a knife sale video of which knives I'm going to be getting rid of. But now that I have them all laid out in front of me, I can decide that much easier. So that's good. If you watched to this point, you're essentially my biggest fan now, so thank you. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed just looking at a ton of knives and talking about them a little bit. Let me know what you think of the collection. Maybe if you have one of your favorites that's in here, that'd be pretty cool. Go ahead and, if you haven't already, it would be awesome if you could like the video and subscribe as well, because I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it this year. Well, definitely not going to this year, but I'm so out of breath now. This is my entire collection. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Peace.